I've seen this. I've done this. You don't want this.
I smoke just about anything.
He's so esoteric, he has it coming out of his pipe. The Tin Man himself, the bringer of laughs, gaffs, and puff puff. Pass me some of that backy. It's not Matthew on the Letter Rip Friday show. It's Martin on the Letter Rip Friday show. Wow. Yeah, hey. Yeah, how about you now? Yeah, welcome aboard, all. We have a great show for you tonight. We are going to bring you some daily knowledge, hit you with some tormenting trivia, and lambast you with laughter. Press rewind on that nostalgic hiney of yours and bring your humanity to tears. We might even throw in some AI. Usually D-Man does that. But without further ado, in second chair, the CEO, the producer of the Letter Rip Friday show. This is one massive D. That's just too big. It's too big for any scale. Hey, D-Man, how are you doing, sir? Hello.
I'm doing amazing. Thanks for having me back. Thanks for letting me take a vacation day.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
We work 7 days a week here in the studio. So
we do.
It's pretty tough. Am I not in a good spot?
Nope, you're in a good spot.
Skirt.
That it's just the drapery is showing more than normal.
I don't think I'm doing as much.
Anyways,
sorry. I just hit your camera. God dang it.
You hit my camera.
Hold on, be
D.
still. I'll move it back to where it was.
Oh, D.
There.
Oh my goodness. Nailed it. Let's see who we have inside of the chat tonight. We got Sam online. Welcome aboard. WKR Piper, Cincinnati. Turkey drop. The D-Man is in the house. Thank goodness.
I think for the next iteration, I want to have all the cameras suspended from the ceiling, so that way I don't keep hitting them with my fat leg.
Look, I'm making upgrades one at a time, sir. It's like I get this guy some new digs, and all of a sudden, like the massive employee demands come in, which is hilarious, and I don't begrudge that. Welcome aboard, Chad, Mr. Yardism himself, the king of Triv, the tormentor of trivia. Let's see.
1492 himself.
Mr. 1492 himself, Matthew, welcome aboard. Good to see y'all. Hope everybody's doing well. It's like who is it, Stewie Griffin that says
What?
It says what?
What?
Oh, what?
Oh, what?
Oh, what? I mean, it's the normal thing. That's how that goes. Oh, what? We are.
Spot. Lean back. Lean back.
Lean back.
My mind on my money.
Yeah, cue me up a little bit, D2, while you're at it. We are hitting the old Cartier Hall. It's like a Joe Dierte, but pipe tobacco. So, it's how we do it. Welcome. Let yourself be known, backy in my mouth. Never gets old.
Getting ready for the turd drop. Only a month and a half. What is that? I can't see. There's a heart in the way. I don't know what that word says.
That's what it says.
Turkey drop. Mercy sakes. We'll go with the pipe. Anyways, music playing.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta clean my ears out. Anyways, how was your week, bud?
I got the volume maxed for you.
I know. I gotta clean my
like you heard it
out.
better when the fan was running full bore. Oh yeah, I gotta turn on the grams.
This is Patrick.
Patrick, welcome aboard, sir. Good to have you. So we've done a couple upgrades to the system. We've got two new pipe.
Two new pipes.
I'm all in my brain is all over the place. Two new mic arms.
Yep.
So they have the same one that I have.
Very nice.
Which is, I mean, it's the Elgato mic arms where they hide it. So you're not going to hear Derek put down his beer anymore.
Let's test that. No?
I mean, you can hear it if you slam it down, but if you just touch it down, you're not going to hear it. It's not going to reverberate through, which is nice. And then we have.
You know why I can't hear anything?
Because you're not plugged in.
That damn microphone.
That sounds perfect. Let me go ahead and turn you down before I blow out
blast myself.
everything in your ear.
There we go.
Oh, got it.
Now it's like I'm part of the show again.
And then we have camera 3 has now had an upgrade, so it's up to the higher quality. So D-Man, throw the camera
switch over to
3
camera 3.
over there. And then so this is a much higher quality. So when we get a third chair over there, which I think the wife might end up joining us, then we'll pan to that.
I was gonna leave it on that
It
screen
looks
for a
so
while.
good. Well, I mean, I had Katana on there, and she's a banger.
9-year-old me appreciated Katana.
40-something-year-old me appreciates Katana. I
heard that.
And it is still hot, by the way.
Woo!
I'm a little shiny.
We are in the devil's butthole down here in the south. It's awesome.
Thank you, Cincinnati. We work on it.
You do here.
I like that Patrick thinks just now we're getting fancy. Well, I mean, it's an upgrade a little bit at a time. You know, I don't have a massive budget, but the objective is to bring you guys the best quality show every time, and that's both talent and production value.
Of course.
So
Mainly talent.
But production value goes a long way. Anybody that says, "Hey, you can just do everything from a phone," they probably have really nice production value and are not using a phone.
Listen, you can have a great show with crappy equipment, but if you have good equipment, it makes that show even better. Just saying.
For instance, like my hierarchy of production quality starts with sound first. Sound is my number one. I don't care how good you look.
Hierarchy of needs.
The hierarchy of streams. The hierarchy of streaming.
Streams. I know it's good. They have the camera, and I think it looks good. That's great.
So it always starts with audio
And
first.
it's not even as fancy a camera as the other ones, is it?
No, it's cheaper by far.
But that new lens really brings it out.
The glass makes the difference. It always does. And so I start with sound first because there's some Matthew, welcome aboard. And what did he say? And someday you'll look on the grams too. I did. I just looked on the grams. Hey, Matthew, maybe you should recruit more people to the grams, and I would look over there a little bit more. Does it sound good over there, Matthew?
Yeah.
I know who you are, Ron.
People know me.
I do know you.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Yeah. Many leather-bound books.
So many, and so like there's high quality podcasts that I will watch. However, like if the sound quality, if somebody's got a static mic or anything like that, and Derek, you hear how irritable I get if I have a cable that's just got a little bit of a buzz. But that's because when I listen to a podcast and I hear somebody staticky or scratchy or anything like that, I'm going to turn it. I don't care if you just told me the cure for cancer.
No views.
I'm not watching,
We're not watching
because I can't listen to it because exactly it's
You know what I mean?
utter shit. But for me, there's a lot of podcasts that I like to just listen to.
Yeah.
Like I will watch them, but then I also like to just listen to them. And if your audio quality is flat garbage,
Yeah.
and now I don't care about things like an air conditioner or like those other externalities in terms of noise, but I do care about the equipment and everything running the sound correctly, because otherwise I can't listen. Now, and everybody else can tell me what they think after that. The very second thing to me is content. Content's number 2, and the people that are on there, the talent, is number 3. And number 4 roll in is video quality.
Okay.
It's actually video quality is very low on my list, but still important nonetheless.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you, Matthew. You let me know this audio is good. See, Sam agrees with me. Sound first.
Yeah. Because not everybody watches. You may have it like just playing in the background.
That's right. Yeah, especially if it's long form.
Yeah. I mean, most of the stuff I listen to is audio only. I'll tell you what, I was always impressed. There's a few like live podcasts that I would listen to, like kind of like they just do live shows or game. It's kind of like game show format or whatever. Like it was always live, like because they do them like in California and at like a theater. And I was always impressed with how good the sound was for a live. Like you think you'd hear you can hear the audience and background a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was always impressed with how well they did, like just making everything sound good.
Well, technology is so much better now than it used to be in
God,
terms
yeah.
of being able to make
I can only imagine.
good quality sound, everything. I mean, you remember what our audio used to run on?
Yeah.
That's a high quality board.
Yeah.
But the way we had to like
It's also 20 years
jerry
old,
rig it.
wasn't
Oh yeah, but the thing about audio equipment is like people are buying old audio equipment just because of the different sounds.
But you had to jerry rig it to work with all the new age
Right,
equipment.
like to get it into the computer was an utter nightmare.
Yeah.
I think content is most important. It is boring, not interesting. I'm out, no matter the sound quality. Maybe I've listened to some really boring content because it sounded good.
Like, this sounds good.
You know,
Ooh, it's hot. It's humid.
Chad's on content, and look, again, content's my number 2
It's not his fault.
because again, it's up there. Like those are on my list. But at the same time, if your content sucks, I wouldn't really worry about sound. Which is why I don't worry about content.
Bro, this is the sound. Welcome to the audio files.
You know, so it's just like music. I've listened to some terrible music, but sounded great.
Oh yeah.
Sound good. Yeah. Or you can go to a concert like I forget who you told me once does a terrible concert.
Oh, there's a few of them out there.
And it's like look like and at that rate, I don't care about your content. I don't care about your music because if your show is utter garbage,
Yeah. There's been a few
I can't
concerts
do
where
it.
like I love the band and I watch them live and I'm like, well, this sucks. I'll tell you who had some of the best sound. 2 guys that had the best sound. Ed Sheeran. Watched him. He performed by
is your
himself.
wife watching? Is that why you're saying this?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I love you, baby. No, he was by himself in a big arena with an acoustic guitar, and he sounded phenomenal. And the other one was Louis Capaldi. He has his stuff sounded great. And
Oh,
but I've
yeah.
seen like big rock bands and stuff where you're like the guitar like takes over the vocals, or
Oh, yeah.
the vocals are so like out of whack. It's just like
Yeah.
it's like I love this band, but like I just can't stand
Oh, yeah.
watching this concert anymore. It just pisses me off.
Piper Todd, good to see you, sir.
Tell you what, speaking of bands, what about Oasis getting back together?
I'm getting really sick.
I almost want to take a bet that it's not going to happen. You know anything about Oasis?
Well, I think it's a wonder wall
Wonderwall that's going to
in
happen.
the making. You know,
I mean, two brothers that hate each
I
other.
always told them don't look back in anger.
I mean, they're going to probably get a
Should I
fist
just
fight.
pull up the album and we'll
Yeah.
do it all day like this?
They're probably going to get in a fist fight the first concert, if they even get to the first concert.
Right. The other thing about content is that content is not always for everybody, no matter who you watch. So the interesting thing and the good thing is that whatever content you put out, there's always somebody wanting to watch that content.
Yeah.
So, so good content's almost a relative term.
I'm amazed anybody wants to watch these two nerds
Well,
fart about on Friday night.
speak for yourself. I watch us all the time.
Oh, yeah, me too. What else? What else is this good on a Friday night? Nothing.
I heard about this. What? I think it's money based as always. What?
I'm sure it's money based.
Where
I
is-
just don't think they're going to
Oh.
make it.
Oh, I'm sure it's money based. 100%.
I just don't think they're going to make it. I don't think they're going to make it to the first concert. I think they're going to get into a massive fight again
Oh,
because that's what they do.
I've seen this.
go back
I've done
to
this.
Split real quick.
You don't want this.
I gotta-
Did it?
Okay, there we go. All right, I had a line that was like
Okay.
it was interfering with.
What's everybody
the-
smoking
with
there?
the
What do you
video
got? I got
quality.
whatever Martin had in his fridge. I stole it. It's good beer.
It's Miller time.
And Cartier Hall.
I am. I'm busting out some of the Flannel
got?
Fest.
Oh, fancy. Here, switch over to you. Fancy.
Got some of the Flannels Fest. It's pretty good actually. I figured you'd get one of them.
I didn't see one in
They're
there.
in the Sam Adams case.
Okay, I'll grab one.
Try the Jacko shit in your mouth.
I don't know if I want to
You
jack
gotta-
those
you
shit in my
just- you
mouth.
gotta- in fact, just go ahead and grab one right now and just try the Jack-o'-lantern and just go ahead and grab this one too. I forgot we have a
Immediately throw it in
shotgun.
the trash.
It's so bad my wife won't drink it.
Ooh.
And I'm just gonna let you know that's tall
Ah,
over.
damn.
What?
Well, she's not here right now. It doesn't matter. So my grandparents died a few years ago. So my aunt is in the process of cleaning out their house.
Right.
And my grandmother was a collector, to
say the least.
say the least. She was not a hoarder. Her house was always immaculate, but she had a lot of stuff.
Right.
And it didn't become, as a parent.
She was an accumulator of things.
She was. And nice things, too. I mean, she did not, there was no bad stuff in her house. But it didn't become as a parent until when she started cleaning out the house. I mean, this lady had probably 20 full sets of china and just like stuff they'd accumulated over the years.
China is so useless to me.
I know. We ended up selling all of it. But anyways, so she took a video.
doubt.
So she cleaned out the entire house almost. And then they went to the attic. And there was so much stuff in the attic.
It was like the Goonies.
Yeah.
There was a treasure map.
Yeah,
and
just ended up like filling up the house again. So
Corey Feldman was
she
sticking
had
his
everything.
tongue through a picture.
So she sent me a video of like walking around the house, like, is there anything you want? Like, just watch the video if there's anything you want. One thing that caught my eye was a bunch of beer steins, like German beer steins.
Oh, yeah.
There was like 5 or 6 of them lined up. I've never seen them ever in my life because they were up in the attic.
I assume she got them from Germany.
And I was like, well, yeah. I was like, hey, I want the beer steins that's still available. She's like, yeah, she can have them. So I asked her, I was like, where did they come from? And apparently my grandparents went to Germany in the 70s. I had no idea.
Nice.
My grandmother bought all these steins. The cool thing is there's still the price tag on all of them. Like the little string and paper.
But it wasn't euros back then.
That was Deutschmarks.
Yeah.
So
But
anyways, there are a bunch of German,
That's
bunch
what
of
the
German
wife
words
would
on them. So I wanted to take pictures of them and show them to Katrin.
she'll lose.
Get her to translate for me.
She'll lose her junk. She loves that kind of stuff. Speaking for everybody, there we go. Dilly dilly.
Dilly. But on the bottom it says they were made in Germany.
I got it nice and chilled for the D,
So I
man.
assume that was thanks, buddy. I assume made in Germany, that means West Germany, right?
Probably Thailand or Taiwan.
No, on the bottom it says made in Germany, but back then wasn't it? Was it East? Which one
Well,
was
this
separate?
70s, so it was GDR, so you weren't getting anything out of the East Germany.
So East Germany was the one that was communist, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the West German. So that's what I thought. I thought maybe they were. But anyways, no, they're super. Dude, they're super nice. Like they're really nice. Like handmade, like painted. They're nice. I think
See, that sounds
one of
cool
them
to
was
me.
like 33 Deutschmarks. I don't know how much that was in
I have no
1975,
idea. My wife wouldn't know either. She could ask her mom though.
but I assume it was pretty.
I'm assuming it was
But anyway,
money.
so that's what I got out of 4,000 pieces of china.
I mean,
But who the hell needs china? She gifted me when we got married. She gifted me a case, a trunk that was probably
now unless
this big and this big, full of silverware.
now if it's
like-
sterling,
Yeah, sterling silverware.
then keep that
Yeah, oh yeah, we got it. But
because silver is worth. That's and do you know what
know-
constitutes sterling silver?
no,
It says sterling on it.
okay, but it is.
No, but I'm sorry. But there's so if you ever look at jewelry or anything like that,
Yeah.
like sterling jewelry or anything, it's always going to have a 925.
Okay.
Because that's the purity.
Okay.
For sterling.
You know,
92.5%.
You know how often my kids use sterling silverware?
They
0.
but they got 2 American Eagles.
Yeah, they do. They do. They got them up in their rooms. But yeah, and then she gifted us, I think, a set of china too. But I don't know, just she had way too much stuff. So, anyways, so don't accumulate that much stuff because when you pass away, your kids got to deal with all of it.
Right, and it's utter garbage and estate sales and
Oh, she had an estate sale. There was nothing you would have wanted. They didn't collect anything you like.
you have to do an estate sale when you accumulate that much.
Yeah.
There's no way around. All right, let me do the bowl call. You grab that Jacko beer
Oh, yeah.
and one of these.
Oh, you really want me to try the
And-
Jacko?
Dude, you got to try the Jacko. It's
Jacko
just
crap?
it's like a rite of passage now.
Okay. What if I like
and
it?
then I hope you do because you can have the rest. And grab me another flannel if you don't mind, sir. Bowl call. We have Watch City Nor'easter in a 7 LA673 KS Oceano drinking a Natty Daddy. That's of course Patrick the Grant. Patrick Z Grant. Sam Online's got some Johnny Red on ice. Good stuff. Let's see. Steve Spence got some Hyde Park and a Peterson Sherlock Holmes. No. Sipping on old fashioned. That's never, I mean, old fashions are never wrong. You know, that's probably something we should put out here at some point when we finally redo this area is just put a bar out here too.
There you go.
And like,
Put it on my side.
we'll just, yeah, and that's where you'll do all the engineering and everything and mixing drinks. You'll mix drinks and run the stream at the same time. Let's see.
So this
Hello, Smoke.
This Jacko beer reminds me of the the Bill Burr skit from SNL. Have you ever seen it?
No.
We'll watch it after the stream.
Okay.
It's good.
Let's see. WKR Piper Cincinnati can't wait for GTA 6. Grand Theft Auto 6?
Yeah, coming
That'd be
out
outrageous.
in 17 years.
The Jacko.
Oh, God.
Wait a minute.
It tastes like, what does it taste like? It tastes like crappy pumpkin pie beer.
That's what I want to do.
It's like pumpkin pie spice.
That
in a
might be
beer.
the worst beer ever in history.
Okay, now I'll try the flannel one. I don't think I want to finish that.
To be outrageous, as well as the new Indiana Jones game. Interesting. Little man loves Forza. He is a Forza addict.
Forza.
And
It's a good game.
he is.
It's a good racing game.
But you know how he is. He's that planes, trains, automobile kid. So
Yeah.
like he knows what the flywheel does and slick
yeah.
differential and all this. And I'm like,
it's like their version
I
of
don't
Gran
have any
Turismo.
idea.
You know,
Yeah.
Gran Turismo for us. It's like the new version of Gran Turismo. I mean,
But you know what he does?
What?
He plays it listening to Gran Turismo 2's soundtrack.
oh, that's good. Best soundtrack, video game soundtrack of all time.
Easily. I love it. Let's see. Sam Online smoking plates. Ron Hardcrackers is smoking a Tensky pipe and Tobacco Magazine POY with aged 1 month old Joe Krantz with Shiner Oktoberfest. Get it, sir. I know, Sam. Dilly finally. Dilly. Anybody else smoking anything? John, no, I don't recall getting a package. I guess you could send me a tracking number, but you are a scoundrel if you did such things. See, I stay low key. I don't even know if I told anybody it was my birthday. I think maybe I said it was my birthday next week.
Oh, did you say it on the stream?
And everybody ditched me last Friday. I think that's what I said.
Sorry, bud.
I might have said something like that. Damn. I
went
let
to,
on.
I went to the lake.
So as you can see, I'm a very low key person on birthdays and things like that. I don't, I don't.
I don't want a big fuss made over me. As I just
You
said
want to
that.
try that again, there, sir?
I don't want a big fuss made over me.
All right. So now I'm wondering, should we make your mic higher or not?
You think so? Here, I'm gonna adjust. You tell me.
I feel like you sound fine.
I feel like I don't want to I'll rile up in my maybe like that. There we go.
I gave you too much length on that.
That's what she said.
Yes, sir.
You think? Can you shorten it?
What do you mean?
Can you shorten how long it is?
I mean, probably I could.
No, I don't-
I could probably take the top section off, and then lose this bottom section and just stick that top section
No,
right there.
no, I need the length because I like
now-
to sit back. I don't
That's
like
what that's what he said.
Yeah.
He does
I like to
need
sit
the
back
length.
with the long pole.
The mixology. Let's see. Smoking Tech Pies got some Sam Adams Oktoberfest
There
earlier,
we go.
100%.
I'm looking forward to my bar.
John, let me know the tracking number because I'll look it up. I apologize that I should have. You've probably sent it to me. I don't know. But thank you in advance. What the thought is what counts
Hope
the
it's a
most
glitter
to me, and I would open it on stream. I would give so much if it was a glitter bomb, and then I'd be pissed because we wouldn't have a stream for a month while I'm cleaning everything.
Oh, you'll never get rid of it. It's at it's at your PO box.
Oh, got it.
Do you still
okay.
pay for your PO box?
That's a great question.
Oh God.
Need to have the wife. Let me
And
go ahead and have the wife. John, thank you for letting me know where it was. The post office didn't give me any notice.
do they usually do for a PO box?
They usually do.
Well, if it's too big for a PO box, you can't pick it up tonight.
Hey, we need to check our PO box because some scoundrel named John Galdieri is such a wonderful person that he sent me a birthday present, and I need to pick it up. Please remind me tomorrow. Part of me wants to go tonight and find out what it is. Thank you, John. I will go check it. I have not checked. Like the things that I was going to use that PO box for didn't really pan out, so I probably just have it on auto pay and everything's just, turning and burning over there. Because it's not like the government's going to stop.
I guess if you didn't have it,
paying.
they just would have returned the sender, right?
Yes.
So he said it arrived yesterday, so I guess you're still paying for it.
All true.
Paying for that and a AOL subscription,
Like
from
everything else.
$19.95.
You've got mail. I need to make that a soundbite. Remind me.
This one is good.
You've got mail.
A Munich style dunkel.
Which I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either, but I like it.
I like it a lot. Like, flavor-wise, it was not what I was expecting.
No, it's good. It's like smooth.
I don't know what it's like, though. Like, my palate's not refined enough
like a
on
beer.
beer. Thank you, asshole. Like,
No,
no, like,
seriously. Unless it's like heavily flavored with fruit or something, it just tastes like a good ale.
let me
Lager,
let me-
something. I don't know.
let me
What is
switch
it?
it around.
But just read the back of it. Caramel.
Oh, okay. Now I know what it tastes like to me. You
Okay.
ready? Amber Bock.
Yeah. I say toasted bread, caramel, balanced with a light floral hop aroma.
It tastes like
Classic
Amber
German
Bock.
style. It's a lager. Paired with flannel will keep you cozy.
Right. John Galdieri, I need a recommendation of a new exchange to use because the one I'm currently using on my portfolio is utter shit, and I need to move on. Sorry. So if you could recommend a good exchange, one, maybe two. I'm on.
I'm going to start my own brokerage.
I'm about to tell y'all something just because I brought that up, and you're all gonna think this is the dumbest thing you've ever heard.
I'll take a nap for a while.
Excuse me. David Smock, good to see you. My drinks and mix audio. Hi, everyone. Dropping in to say hi. Been busy. That's all right. Be busy. Busy is good.
Busy's good.
You should be. Look, hey, whoever, P Papa, what is your name? P Papa 78 over in the Grams.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard, sir.
Hang out there.
Hang out for a bit. Invite your friends. Tell everybody how much fun you're having. Whatever fun that might be.
Tell your kids.
So I have, and he left once I waved at him. That's basically what happened. And thank you. But I have a friend that has a significant amount of money that
It's not me.
it's not me either. So it's not that. Asked me about a venture he's currently doing. And I think it's a great representation of what the times are.
I'm starting a pyramid scheme. Would you like to get it on the top?
This one is this is going to hurt everybody's brain. This person currently with a few other investors owns an extremely large landfill.
Okay.
That's number one. Do you know what he puts in the landfill?
What?
Trees.
Okay.
By the truckload.
Okay. Just like
Every day.
tree companies cut them down, take them to landfill.
Why does he have a landfill for trees?
I don't know.
Because he is accumulating carbon credits.
Ah, you get carbon credits for doing that. Then he sells cars. Then he turns around and sells them. There you go. That's smart.
What the hell is
He
that?
sells them with Taylor Swift.
God, that is the stupidest thing,
No, carbon credits 100% stupid, but
but it's going to make money because it's so stupid, which is what I told him. Because he was asking me my opinions on it.
that is smart. I'm not even mad.
Exactly, Sam. So we're taking the things that help give us life, as in that helps take CO2, carbon out of the air, turns it into oxygen, and we're burying them.
Well, he's not chopping them down to put in the landfill. I'm sure he gets them like when the trees fall down.
Oh no, it's like when they cleared for Kia.
Yeah. Yeah, they cleared like
Those didn't go to a
1,000
lumber
acres.
yard.
Yeah.
They took all those and took them to a landfill,
Okay.
which just seems a little odd.
They probably get more money doing it that way than they do selling them for lumber.
Patrick, that's what I said. Sounds stupid, but it's gonna make it. Steve, same thing. Yeah, I'm like, what in the blue blazes?
You
Where
know
did
what?
that come from? The blue blazes. You know what we haven't done yet,
What?
which is kind of odd. We haven't
any of our shows?
haven't done anything pertaining to the typical thing. But let's go ahead and get into that. So
do it.
We'll do the holidays and observances. Today is thank you. Forgive your foe day. Forgive your foe. Is that like a faux hawk? Forgive your faux hawk.
Oh, your enemy.
Your enemy.
Foe.
Your foe.
P5 faux foe. That's like every Friday for me.
I mean, I was thinking foe like 1, 2, 3, faux.
The fo.
I was
from
just,
Wendy's.
you know, the faux,
I got you.
which is now the 555 because
No.
it costs $15.
No, it's five. It's 455.
No, it's 555. It's $15. It's 5 for this, 5 for that, and 5 for that. It's $15 damn
At
dollars.
least they add it, don't multiply it.
Unlike McDonald's, who like said, "Hey, you can have everything off the dollar menu for $10."
I told my wife I'm boycotting fast food.
We should.
You know what? You know how much it costs me to go to McDonald's for a family of 4?
Yes.
It's like $42.
And do you know how much garbage that food is? I don't even know if you can really call it food.
I can go to Aldi's.
By
and
the
get
way,
like,
remind me after the stream. I got tomatoes for you to take home. I don't know if you like the last one, so if you don't want them, it's up to you.
I did.
But they're organic,
Organic.
so no
All right.
pesticides,
All right, Taylor
no
Swift, calm
herbicides.
down.
I had to take a paracord and pull up all the okra that fell over, that big humongous thing. They had all folded over.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
From the wind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
wind
they
was-
did
wind was
not
bad.
they did not get back up. And so then I pushed it all the way back and took paracord and just wrapped it and stood them back up. So
What's
hopefully
that
they
really
grow.
tall grass that grows? It's like decorative. It's around one of our. It's around like our power box outside.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I like that grass though.
But anyways, we let it usually grow up to like chest height. Went out yesterday after that wind we had, and it was all just like flat. Then it just knocked it all over.
Pisses me off, man, is what it does. All right, so forgive your foe. So I'm pissed off. So I'm forgiving. I'm forgiving. I'm forgiving.
forgive our
forgive your foe. It's also Frankenstein Day.
There we go.
Classic. International Cabernet Sauvignon Day. International Day of Victims of Enforced Disappearances. Okay, that sounds
Parents of
dark.
what?
International Day of Victims of Enforced Disappearances.
Does that mean murder?
I don't know, but it's
Sorry.
a word
Enforced
salad that
disappearance.
I feel like you need to be a
It's
politician
like,
to
where we
understand.
go- it's like we take people to Guantanamo Bay. You've
Right.
been disappeared unfortunately.
Right.
We enforced your disappearance.
There was a Kennedy that did that to somebody
what?
in
Their
a lake.
sister?
In a lake.
Oh wow.
Sorry, too soon.
They also did that to their sister.
International Whale Shark Day. I
Oh,
like
whale
whale
sharks.
sharks.
I like whale sharks.
Greenland likes to eat whale sharks.
You can eat a whale shark.
You can. What you have
You
to
can
do.
eat anything if you try hard enough.
What
I
you
guess.
no joke. Because again, I always ask, whoever ate okra? It's slimy. It pricks the hell out of you, like it stabs you with all those little nettles that it has.
You know what? A lot of
You know, it grows in the most unforgiving places, which, by the way, actually came from Africa.
okra did. I didn't know that.
Came from Africa.
Okay. I always associate it with southern food.
Yep, was transported over here.
Okay.
So which is
Fried okra.
probably why we have and you if you want to reduce the mucus, it's mucosally, whatever the technical term. If you want to
Mucinex.
reduce it, you have to stick it with high acid food, like tomatoes.
Yeah, that's why I said gumbo, I guess, right?
100%.
Okay.
Muharram,
What?
Islamic New Year, National Beach Day, which
It's Labor Day weekend. That makes sense.
makes sense. National College Colors Day. So nope, I'm not in the right colors.
I got
Sorry.
red on. Is that
Yep. Go Dogs
Go
or
Dogs?
Roll Tide?
No,
which-
this is like a Roll Tide color.
that's fine. I'm good with that one too. Like I have
Make
no
out with your
qualms.
sister.
That's nope. National Grief Awareness Day. But speaking of making out with your sister, National Holistic Pet Day. Who you grabbed after you made out with your sister,
Wow.
and then National Toasted Marshmallow Day. How you binged like crazy and turned into My 600-Pound Life because you kissed your sister, and then Slinky Day.
Ooh,
It's
I'm
Slinky.
more excited about Toasted Marshmallow Day.
Why couldn't Sam Adams do a toasted marshmallow beer instead of like a
A crappy
Like
pumpkin
a
spice beer.
flaming Dr. Pepper Jacko beer?
Who drank this at the factory? Brewmaster. What's his name? James Coke or whatever his name is.
Fired.
That started Sam Adams and said, you know what? We are going to. I'm just going to do this.
Yeah, right. That's about all it's good for. International Day of Naming Days should be one. It should be one. I don't have a problem
International
with that.
Day of International Days.
International Day of International Days. Ron Hardcracker is working
still
really hard to get to that $100,000 mark.
He's almost there.
So he can get those 10,000 tens.
He's almost there. And then he's just going to continuously buy shots.
He doesn't ever. If I look up his points right now, he has an ungodly amount of points, and that's exactly who should get those.
I say this calls for
So-
action, and now nip it in the
In my humblest
Nip it
opinion,
in the butt.
Well, let me get through the birthdays. Son of a bitch! Let me get through the birthdays.
No rest for the weary.
1926, Daryl Gates, American police officer who created the DARE program.
Okay, I remember that from school.
If anybody knows it, whoever says what the meaning of the acronym DARE in the chat, you get 110s.
I think it was drug awareness.
1930, Warren Buffett, American businessman. You don't get any 10s. Philanthropist, chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. Everybody knows that guy. 1944, Tug McGraw. He was a baseball player.
Oh.
And 1946, Peggy Lipton, American model and actress who starred in Mod Squad and
She
Twin
also
Peaks.
started that soup company.
Twin Peaks.
Wow.
And in
Not that kind of Twin Peaks, bro.
1972, Cameron Diaz, 1972.
Wow. So she's 10 years older than me.
She's a little
So
dated.
she is 29. Because I am 19.
She's a bit old. Still would hit it
Wow.
with somebody else's.
No!
Just saying. The number of people that will buy pumpkin anything is high. They don't care if you drink it as long as you buy it. All true.
I've never had a pumpkin spice
Drug
latte.
abuse, resistance, education. All right, there he goes.
Is that it?
Like, you know, it's
I
the
was
king
not-
of Triv.
I wasn't right. I had drug right. Dare to use drugs.
It's a real high bar around here. Remember, I told you where talent reigned on that hierarchy.
Look, this show was like at a 10 before I joined. Now it's like
That is
a
not
seven,
no.
a 7.5.
That is not true. Not
I
true
was like a
at all.
7.5.
All right, everybody, like put a thumbs up in the chat if you miss when Derek's not here.
Oh, you don't have to. You don't have
Too
to.
late. I gotta
boost
shame
my
you
ego.
now. Must shame you.
boost my
I'm
ego.
gonna admonish you.
So every year we go to Lake Rabun, which is up in North Georgia.
Yep.
My aunts.
It's from the movie Up, where it's the little bitty house amongst all the
Yes, that's it. You remember
towering
that? Yeah, it
skyscrapers.
really
Yes.
is. Yeah.
See, I pay attention to your
do-
life.
You know what you do. It's my aunt's family's lake house. If you don't know, it's a really cool story. If you're at her house on her dock and you look across, there's this giant stone mansion, like made out. I mean, it's obviously old. The lake was built in like 1917, 1918. I think the house was built that you can see was built like 1920, and it was built by the guy that founded Coke, whatever his name is, Candler. I think.
I don't know.
I think it's Candler. So, anyways, he had that house, and then he had a falconry.
Look at those thumbs up all over the place.
Oh, no, I love you guys. He had a falconry, so that tells you how rich you are in the 1920s when you have a separate falconry. And he had a hunting lodge.
That's right. So that's way back.
Yeah.
Holy
So it's
crap.
over 100 years old. And
Wow.
so her house
Sam
was sold
online,
to her
sexy
family
lady.
from him. It was the old hunting lodge. And it's like one of the last few original houses on the lake.
Right.
And it looks like it. There's no heating. There's no air. It's like if you like put like a marble on the ground, it'll like roll down. You know, it's an old house, right? But it's cool. They've kept it original. They like slowly upgrade it as it needs it. You know,
Right. Like
They bought
window air conditioner units.
Yeah, no, there's none.
Some running water.
It actually has back in the day.
So
you know,
you're sweating balls in that place?
oh yeah.
Oh no.
So you know, back in the day when they built houses that didn't have AC, they built long rooms that had windows on every side.
Right, for the draft.
Yeah, so you open up all the windows and you sleep on top of the covers, just covered in sweat every night. But anyways, this is the lake. Who gives a shit? It's fun. This was probably the
I
saddest.
give a little shit. I give just a hit. But go ahead. Sorry. I don't mean to interrupt.
At night it was 50 degrees this year, so it was nice.
Okay.
It was not. I was not sweating. I was comfortable. But it was the saddest vacation I've ever been on. And well, I mean, the vacation was great, but my youngest son, who you know well, is very nonchalant.
Yeah.
He just is. He you tell him, hey, did you have fun? He's like, yeah, it's fun. Or hey, what did you do today? Whatever. He's just he's not that kind of person. We were getting ready to leave, and he started crying. We thought he was hurt. I mean, he was just like breaking down, like just like inconsolable, sobbing. And we're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And he finally came out. He's like, I just had so much fun. I never want to leave.
Oh.
It was like
So it wasn't the saddest. It was the
well,
most.
but it was like bittersweet, right?
Right.
I don't know what you call it.
It's a type of rewarding where like
Yeah.
like you created an impact.
It was. It just made me really. It was kind of tore me up a little bit because
Of course.
because he just had so much fun. Like we go out tubing. You go swimming. There's kayaks. There's nothing fancy.
He
It's
has
not a fancy
no
vacation.
idea the multi-million-dollar property he's standing on.
The land itself is probably worth a lot of money. The house is not.
It don't
But
matter.
It don't matter.
It's what that could be built right there.
Yeah, but they're never. I mean, it's been in their family for 100 years. They never will sell
Better
it.
tell them pay them damn taxes.
Oh yeah, they will. They also own a house in Crescent, Georgia, which I think we're gonna go to next year. And there's a picture of me in Crescent, Georgia, at this house. They own this house with like multiple
Hallmark
families.
Channel moment says Smoking Kentucky Piper.
It was, but I think next year we're gonna go to Crescent, which is like down like the Savannah area. There's like swamps and.
Oh yeah.
So I think we're gonna go there next year because they own. It's like they own it with a couple other families, and they just all every year they all pick their weeks they want to go or they want
Oh
to
yeah.
have.
It's like timeshare.
Yeah, it's like a timeshare with your friends, kind of.
This should have been your D20 segment.
Talking about my random vacations. But anyways, I have good memories of that place too. So I think we're gonna take the kids there next year. Hopefully they like it. There's no boat, but you can go fishing and stuff like that. Crab fishing.
My lighter's dying on me.
So anyways, it'll be fun. But anyway, no, it just broke my heart. I've never had that. Never had that happen before.
In a good way.
Yeah, he's just never been that.
No, he's
That
not that.
emotional
He's
about
not that engaging in that kind of
He's
stuff.
just not. You know, he just goes with the flow.
He's very seldom impressed.
Yeah. My older one, he's very emotional and wears his heart on his sleeve, kind of thing. So I expect it from him.
And the older one beats the crap out of the younger one, which is why he's like a recluse.
No, the younger one beats crap out of the older one. He don't take no crap.
The younger one comes up in the middle of the night, holds a mirror under his nose, and like,
So
you're still alive.
AJ, my youngest one,
I'll take your bed tomorrow.
he loves horror stuff.
Yeah.
My older one can't stand it. Like even like the most wimpy horror stuff in the world. He can't even read Goosebumps, right? So
Little man loves horror.
So
stuff.
he'll just mess with them. Like they'll be downstairs and he's like, "Oh, you want to watch this movie about this vampire or something?" And the older is like, "No, don't do it. I'm gonna have nightmares." Just like mess with him. It's great. I love it.
He's gonna be like, "You want to see this new Ouija board I got?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
exactly.
I would love somebody needs to invent the Ouija board that you can program that it actually just moves on it. Like
That's a good idea. That's a Shark Tank moment right there. Nobody steal that copyright.
wouldn't that be so
we
funny?
had a shot. You want to do a shot real quick?
Oh yeah, damn it.
I know. And then we
I'm
can
gonna
go
do
into
that. Self-moving
yeah, we can design that. Look,
Ouija board.
if you buy some circuits and a motherboard, a little what are those things called? Raspberry Pi.
Yes.
We can make that happen.
I mean, like, I just think that would be hilarious. You could like really like spoof people and program it
Yes,
and
I'm
like
telling
use
you.
it, or you could
It'd be
use
good
it
for like haunted houses.
you could use it for Halloween. And
Yeah,
it like
Halloween.
skirts across
Yeah.
and it's just magnetized, just moves around, or it's like like the little like
Just
like
spells out die
the
over
little,
and over
like
again.
football guys that go.
Oh, the old crappy football game.
It was brilliant.
Brilliant.
Back
I
in the
say.
day,
All right,
it was
do
one of
the
the
shot.
greatest.
Shot. That song came on the radio the other day. I was like, I haven't heard this song in 20 years.
Right. Well, I mean,
It was good.
it's kind of how it goes. All right.
All right. All right, got it on split screen. Ready to go.
Dilly dilly.
Dilly. What is that? The Buffalo?
The Mr. Trace.
Pretty good.
The Buffalo of Trace.
So I wanted
As they say.
I wanted a mixed drink the other night.
Yeah.
Wasn't feeling like drinking straight whiskey.
Right.
I wanted,
You do that every Friday.
shut up. Anyways, but I wanted a mixed drink. So all I had left was Lafrague Scotch whiskey, and
And you mix that?
I put that in Coke. Do not ever do that.
No.
It was the worst thing ever. I took
You
one
just-
sip. Luckily, I only did like a half a shot because I just wanted a small drink. Don't ever do that.
No, you just made
It was
Coke
awful.
Awful.
I ruined the Coke and I ruined the Scotch.
Right. Which is both two bad
I mean, it's
things.
hot as crap outside. I don't want like, straight whiskey. I just wanted
I know.
I wanted something
Yeah.
refreshing.
Well, that's why you need to have like an old fashioned.
Agreed.
Especially since we're going into
Agreed.
fall, which
No,
is
that-
where I feel like the old
No, that's
fashioned
all-
shines.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Like to me, old fashioned fall. It's fall time.
We
All
gotta
right.
we gotta do the
All right,
cards.
we'll do the cards.
All right, let me see what I got.
Still have to do this day in
What is
history.
3? What's 1?
All right. Chat, you know how this rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't know the cards, but you do. So this is an opportunity to either take advantage of me, take advantage of yourself, or take advantage of somebody else in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and pick it. You pick it, I'll say it.
Okay.
Number card, number card, number card.
Number
Roll
card,
up,
number
chat.
card.
Right now we got 4s and 3s.
All right, what we doing?
All right.
You know, Crown
two
Royal
for-
Peach and Sprite is a dang good drink. Crown Royal Peach is good by itself.
You know what's really good with Crown Royal Peach?
What?
Sweet tea.
Oh, yeah. Peach tea. Yeah, 100%.
All right. 4s have it. So 3s are
Like-
next.
like-
Unless you pick something different.
Like whiskey, like just generic, like whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Crown Royal might be my favorite.
It's good.
I think it's so
Yeah,
it's just
it's
good.
Canadian whiskey. It's
I mean, it's
not
great.
like it's pretty basic. I mean, I think if you want easy whiskey, like just get like Jameson's. I mean, it's about as easy whiskey as it gets.
I mean, no, but Jameson's is different than Crown Royal. Crown Royal's I don't know.
Sure. Well, one's Canadian, one's Irish.
Well, I
and-
get it. Look,
but-
as an Irishman, I'll still pick Crown Royal over probably over anything.
I mean, I won't. I'll pick many other things over that.
I mean, if I'm like to mix with something,
Oh, to mix.
I'm talking about
yes.
mixing a drink.
Crown
Yes.
is a very expensive mixed drink.
It is. There's probably I guess Canadian Club would be the cheap alternative
Yes,
or cheaper. Nothing's
Right.
cheap nowadays.
I would take that.
Captain and Coke is a classic. Okay. Anyways, all right, you ready? I'm gonna read it. Shut up there.
This is the night of tangents.
This is what happens when I take a week off. I get off on tangents.
That's okay.
I'll read it all the way through and then I'll read it again.
Got it.
Behold, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse: war, famine, death, and blank. Behold, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse: war, famine, death, and
Poor life choices. I'll take that one.
it's going back to bite me in the ass.
I'm gonna wave at this person that jumped in on the
All
ground.
right, look, stay for cards. It's good. The year, I'm gonna read all the way through. I'll
Okay.
repeat. The year is 2150. The president is blank. The year is 2150. The president is
Wiping her butt.
okay. All right, fair
I
enough.
mean, like, you know what?
You know what?
Apparently, it was a woman.
At least we got a woman president.
That's what it means. We have accomplished the
More power to
Our
you.
ESG score just went up.
I don't know what that means. Selling carbon credits. All right.
Carbon credits.
Ready or not, here comes blank. That's gonna be a good one. Ready or not, here comes.
Unwelcome sexual attention from grown men.
Okay.
Wow. The other was getting really high and catapults. How come I couldn't get catapults?
Oh, catapults.
I like catapults.
Catapults. That's a good solid choice.
I would've
I don't know what
taken
it would fit with, but it was good.
No idea.
You gotta like it. I like it.
I like it a lot, actually. Oh, yes. Oh, well, also history.
Oh, are we doing history?
History. In 1835, Melbourne, Victoria is founded in Australia, so
Okay.
that's a big deal. 1945, General Douglas MacArthur, the supreme commander of the Allied forces, lands at Tsugi Air Force Base in
I
Japan.
don't know why you guys sound like Hulk Hogan. Whatever.
And 1967, Thurgood Marshall is confirmed as the first African American justice. It was not Thomas, though some people
You were at that Bad at the Bone song, right?
probably.
That was George Thorogood as a joke.
Very good. Like I would know. 1984, the Space Shuttle Discovery takes off on its maiden voyage. Okay, there we go. I've accomplished that. Thank you.
You want to do jokes or trivia?
I'm ready for. I'll do a couple jokes and then we'll do some trivia. Thank you for the return there, Sam. Thank you. All right.
Oh, went the wrong street. Don't worry.
Frankenstein signed up for a bodybuilding contest.
Okay.
Later to find out he was at the wrong place.
Well,
Bodybuilding
Oh,
contest. Okay, very good.
how do you explain it to me? Thanks.
It's alive! Alive! Frankenstein's dream. A necrophiliac's worst nightmare.
Wow.
That's
Oh.
disturbing. On some, probably for a good reason. Did you ever hear about the doctor who was obsessed with bodybuilding that it killed him?
No.
It is Frankenstein.
Yep.
That's true. This is a longer. This is a bit of a longer.
Okay, read more.
A friend of mine went to Comic-Con in San Diego a few years back and attended a panel of mystery books and movies. Authors and actors there, a large panel, nearly 20 people. Most of the cast of the Sherlock Holmes movie and a few Agatha Christie adaptations were there. One of the audience members asked a question of the authors, wondering what each of them thought about movie adaptations of mystery books in general and if they had any favorites. As it so happened, Stephen King was at the center of the panel and was quite vocal about the subject, arguing that any book written before 1900, Dracula, Frankenstein, and so on, shouldn't be adapted to film, as they couldn't possibly have been written with the medium in mind. Robert Downey Jr., who was immediately to his left, asked him if he thought that applied to the Sherlock Holmes series. King immediately replied that his statement applied to all movies in the category and that he had particularly disliked the recent adaptation. Jude Law, sitting next to RDJ, Robert Downey Jr., and having a famously hot temper, began arguing with King about the subject. The author was steadfast in his argument and noted that the Law would have no idea what Arthur Conan Doyle would have wanted for a film portrayal of his characters. Insulted, Jude Law immediately reached over to Robert Downey Jr.'s seat and smacked Stephen King's water straight into his lap. The audience suddenly gasped and went quiet. Nobody had expected such an outburst at what was meant to be a civil panel. But it just goes to show that not even a king can escape the long arm of the law.
That was a long way around for that fun.
That was a Norm Macdonald joke.
That was 100%.
That's how I should have done that.
You know what? I got an idea. Next year we should do a live show at Dragon Con. Just show up. Okay. Well, you know what? Apparently nobody likes that idea.
Not sure that was for you. What do you title a book about? No. We'll say it anyways. What do you title a book about a Jewish girl brought back to life?
What?
The Diary of Anne Frankenstein.
Oh my God. No, I'm not gonna.
Make like a tree.
Not gonna laugh at that one.
I'm sorry.
You know what? You should be a timeout for that one.
I used to love the Village People until they came at me with torches. That was a good one to end on. We'll stick with that one.
I like that one. That was a good stop. Good stop place.
Gracious. Mercy sakes. Trivia.
Trivia.
Thank you for keeping me moving, sir.
I'm glad you know the audio.
I'm trying to. It's like a Pavlov's dog over here.
Start drooling.
So.
All right. Good night, Smokey and Kentucky Piper. He worked too much overtime.
Hey,
OT,
make that money, sir.
Get that money.
Bring home the bacon.
That bread.
Where is that commercial? Because that was one of the greatest commercials of all time. Have you ever seen it?
Which one?
It's the guy where he's like, I think it's a Geico commercial or something. And he's backing up a truck. And it's like, boop, 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 boop. And like the wife comes out. She's standing at the front door, like on the porch and everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, when your husband brings home the bacon, and he like bangs the side of the door, and like a flood of bacon packs like knocks her back into the house. Like it's just like a
I've never seen that.
One of the funniest commercials I've ever seen. Okay, just throwing it out there. It's really
I believe
good.
you. I just had not seen it.
And I've tried to Google it and I can't find it.
It's lost.
I've tried to find it. All right. Casey and the Sunshine Band performed "Get Down Blank" on American
I know this
Bandstand. Casey and the Sunshine Band performed "Get Down Blank." About hit the wrong button.
Wrong button.
And I'm a little inebriated is
What?
Inebriated is
Too early for that.
Sam online.
Don't you laugh at it.
Please don't. Please, it's you know. Whew. All right, Sam online knocking it out of the park right off the bat.
Get it.
That's the last one that Chad's going to give you, by the way. I have to say this one just because it's. I can't. All right. And I just want to know if everybody knows where my mind goes when I'm reading this.
Okay.
In 1922, the New Orleans Rhythm Kings recorded the song "Tiger Rag."
I feel like there's a few different places you can go with that one.
Like, what hits you right off the bat?
Either On the Rag or Tiger King.
Derek wins 1,000 points.
Oh, 1,000 points that I'll never see.
I couldn't help that. Like all I could think was Tiger King.
Nah, nailed it.
It was like, you know.
Sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
1972, John Lennon and Yoko Ono played their 1-2 Blank concert at New York's Madison Square Garden.
Oh, I don't know this one.
Boom, boom, boom. Burn it down.
Burn it down.
Of course, Chad would get it. Mr. Yardism himself on the board.
What was it? 1-2-1?
tonight. 1-1.
1-1. Okay.
I almost was going to think it was 1 to Ono.
That's what they're gonna call the new Oasis tour. One versus one.
Wow.
They're gonna punch each other on stage.
Here's a great question that I don't know if anybody knows, but it's a really good one because this is one of my favorite baseball players of all time.
Okay.
In 1905, Ty Cobb made his major league batting debut with what team?
Ooh, probably a team that does not exist anymore.
Not true.
I'm gonna.
But
I have a guess. I'll see if I'm right.
it doesn't exist in the previous form. Jack got it. I'll take that one. It was the Detroit Tigers.
Oh.
The Detroit Tigers.
Oh, the Detroit Tigers. I was
Very
gonna say the
good.
Brooklyn Dodgers. That was not right. That was a guess. Dun, ba, dun, dun.
I'm ashamed of myself.
I'm ashamed of myself. I'll see myself out. Good night, everybody.
Admonish himself.
All right, David, you should get David some points because that was a good joke he put with making fun of Yoko Ono. It's because she sucks.
I don't even know what that means.
I think he's just saying like 1, 2, because she can't sing worth a crap.
Okay. All right.
Give him like 10 points.
David Smock is on the board.
David, I'm looking out for you, buddy.
He went on a limb for you.
Just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard.
Sorry, no offense.
Is now dumb.
Look, sometimes the improbability
I
drive.
am
Give
not
it.
disagreeing with the
Sometimes it
improbability
take it
drive.
away.
So what? Derek and I do not have the exact same taste in things. Just so everybody understands. Let's see. Wait a minute, didn't I just... Oh, okay. So they crossed over. Sons of bitches.
Sons of bitches.
1993, Billy Joel became the first musical guest on CBS TV's The Late Show with who?
Ooh. I have a guess. Don't know if it's right. I think once we finish this Carter Hall, I don't know. I haven't had another tobacco in so long.
I know, we've been actually burning through it.
I don't know. We didn't get like another.
Sam Online got it. It
That was
was
Conan.
it was the Davy D Letterman.
Oh, it was Letterman. I think we need to get another Conjure blend, maybe like a Prince Albert.
Right behind you.
Do we have a Prince Albert? Oh, we have a Sir Walter.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Prince Albert, but it's Sir Walter.
Ooh. Might try this one next week.
You've been intrigued, have you?
Intrigued. I think I tried it. I think I liked
We've
it.
had it before.
Yeah, I think I liked it.
But no, it was not Prince Albert in a can, because otherwise you should let him out.
You have crab legs? You should wear shorts. Or you should wear pants. Effed it up.
I was asking the same thing in my head. Okay. Let's see. 1965, Bob Dylan released an album called Highway What?
To hell. I'm
Wow.
on high. Can you
That's
imagine Bob Dylan singing that? Highway, I don't know. Blues.
This might be a tough one for people. Unless you're Mike from Briarberries. and it's-
Mike nailed it. Good job, Mike.
That's it. The only one you get, Mike.
It literally, I think Mike pops in and gets the question like right off the bat.
Where's my wife?
Good job. Stuck on the top of the Ferris wheel.
Are you coming home anytime soon? It's 10:30. Question mark.
Oh God, what are you, a warden?
What are we talking about? Game of Thrones? Like, all right. It's about to be a red wedding.
Speaking of, I haven't seen Phil in a while. Hope he's doing okay.
Me too. He's been going to a bunch of doctor's appointments.
Okay.
Though I don't watch much in the YTPC, I do keep up with several of you
Rude.
some of the time. When I'm on the toilet.
I'm glad you do that.
Speaking of being on the toilet, let's see. Here we go. Speaking of toilets, in 1966, Pete Rose from the Cincinnati Reds hit home runs from both sides of the plate against what team?
Ooh. I didn't realize Pete
team?
Rose was a switch hitter.
Pete Rose was the man. He just screwed up
He
and
was
decided
the
to
man.
gamble.
I know he should have gambled. I'll go Tigers.
You can name the city or the
Detroit
the
Tigers.
team.
Well, city. That
Team
makes me
name.
think it's like more than one team. So we'll say New York. Who do you play for? Boston?
Yes, he played for the Reds, I think.
No, Pete Rose is one of those ones where it's like, man, just
They
screwed-
still
screwed
won't
it
let
up.
him in.
I know.
And you know what? I'm kind of okay with it. Because I'm like,
he broke the rules.
but
He knew
you
better.
should, but you
He
shouldn't
knew
let
better.
in anybody that took steroids to get
I
home run
agree.
records.
Had they? Had they let those guys in?
I mean, I assume Mark McGuire is probably in.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Still
You know,
nobody.
I wanna
It
expo-
is
I
a
wanna expose throwback.
it is a Midwest team.
Ooh, Cardinals,
Actually, I'd say it's more Central America.
Brazil, Venezuela.
I'm sorry.
No, Central
Central
America would
United
be like
States.
Ecuador.
I'm sorry.
I said Brazil. That is South America. Central United
Chad
States.
got it, even though he misspelled it. It was St. Louis.
Oh, that's what I said. I had it right. Nailed
I
it.
don't react to you,
I know
sir.
you don't. But I'm happy for myself.
In fact, I wish people could appreciate the stone-faced
He does a
look.
good job. Anytime I get it
that
right,
I
he does
give.
not give me.
Yes.
He does not give me any. What do you call it?
Reaction.
Reaction. Thank you.
Yes. No confirmation.
Appreciation.
No confirmation. I give you tons of appreciation. Like, look, how much better do you like that arm?
I do like it. I feel like it's more sturdy.
It's more sturdy. It's out of the way.
It is out of the way. I know. Look,
It looks
I
good on your
appreciate it.
camera.
I appreciate. Yeah, it looks good. It is
You
good,
know?
dude. It's good. I appreciate you.
Let's see.
Thanks for using your birthday to buy me a new camera arm.
Well, you know what? Mi casa, su casa. Which means my potato salad is runny today.
Oh, is it? I thought it was Donde está biblioteca?
Right. Which means
I
that
smoke just about anything.
that right there,
Yep.
Carlos has fallen down
Yeah.
the bleachers.
Yeah. It's terrible.
So let's see.
I don't know. It just reminded me of something.
That's fascinating. I don't like any of these questions. I'm not feeling it. Not feeling
Hot
it.
Crackers is Easter Island Stone guy. Okay. Thank you, Ron.
It's not his fault he can't read.
So, in 1970, Jimi Hendrix performed at the Isle of Wight Pop Festival in what country?
You got to guess. I'm not going to say it.
Did someone say potato?
Manchester United is not a country.
That is a soccer team. Chad got it. It was England.
Oh, I was going to say Scotland.
Because they
Isle
were
of-
just being the Beatles, baby.
Okay.
Sorry.
Calm down there, John Lennon.
Well, you know what?
That
I
was more
felt
like
like
Paul McCartney.
felt like it was a pretty good one.
It was good. It was good. I got it. Liverpool accent. Good. I think from Liverpool. I think so.
I don't know what you just said, but I appreciate your compliment, sir.
I don't know. I need that Adam Sandler quote.
Let's see.
I'm not a smart man.
I feel like that sometimes. Let's see. In 1918, the New York Giants beat the Brooklyn Dodgers. The game only took 57 minutes to play. What was the score?
Is there a mercy rule back then?
In 1918, the New York Giants beat the Brooklyn Dodgers. The game only took 57 minutes to play. What was
So
the
57
score?
minutes. How much did you? I'm going to say 29-0. They just railed on them.
And we'll do this as like a Price is Rights rule.
Okay.
So that way everybody's...
Yep.
That's
Lurker Troy nailed it.
Correct, Lurker Troy. Thank you.
Sam Online is not a big fan.
Nobody does, and these points don't matter because that's why it's like, whose line is it anyways?
All right, Sam, tell us how you really feel.
Always appreciate your feedback.
What was it?
Thank
I don't
you.
remember who it was. I heard a cool baseball.
Please leave it in the I don't give a shit about your feedback box.
It's also called the trash. It was what was it? It was like a baseball trivia thing. It was pretty recent, but it was there was
Like from Bradley's got it. It was 1-0.
really? So there was a guy who was batting and the game got rained out. And
Oh yes, and the game had to be played, and they did a doubleheader, and he was traded to another team.
Yeah, he was traded to another
and
team.
this is the first time ever that
and they
somebody's
replayed it.
played for that was a
The same game for two different teams.
Correct.
I was like, that's kind of cool.
That was awesome. I
was
thought
like,
that was great.
You could be like, I mean, he'll probably go down in history as being literally the only guy that's ever played for two teams in the same game.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
because he had to contractually he had to finish
Yeah.
that game that was already scheduled.
Yeah, but he played catcher, and then because he was at bat, so when they started back, they had a designated hitter in his spot, and he was catching
Right.
for where he was hitting before.
Correct.
I was like, that's cool. Like that's
is
never going
cool.
to happen again.
I love it. Let's see.
Yeah, thanks, David. David's on my side. Martin just stole my thunder, my trivia. But you knew that.
Not sure
That was
why.
recently, right? I feel like it was past few years.
Not sure how I stole anything since I'm the one reading the trivia questions, but that's okay.
No, because my trivia question, you knew what I was talking about, which doesn't happen often. Usually our interests are so varied that.
Still going?
Yeah, I heard that the new Rings of Power actually has pretty good reviews this year.
I bet it does,
I might
because
try
you
it
can
out.
only throw so many millions of dollars at something.
It's the only TV show that's cost $87 billion to produce.
Remember we talked about
Oh, true
content?
that.
Third down for that one? It's all content.
Yeah, it has good sound though. Looks good.
Peaches and Herb. Hell, excuse me, sir.
Peaches and what?
Peaches and Herb performed "Let Me Be the Blank" on American Bandstand.
Oh, Teddy Bear.
When was the last time anybody pulled that Peaches and Herb album out?
First off, I've never heard of Peaches and Herb, but I hope I want to listen to it on the way home.
Well, apparently somebody has, because Chad has
Oh, David
done
Spock,
it.
claim to fame. Claim to fame is me and my wife's reality show jam right now. I love that show.
Is that on your D20 scale tonight?
It is not.
Oh.
It should have been though. I don't have anything for D20 tonight. I'm just gonna riff. I'm gonna complain about House of Dragons for 45 minutes again. Apparently, hey, listen, I will say, I read George Martin's latest blog, and he's not too happy with House of Dragons either. So, there you go. I was right. You're welcome.
Oh, Patrick, I have no clue. All right. In 1991, this Guns N' Roses band member was arrested for creating a disturbance on an airline flight.
Well, I only know two of them, so
Probably wrong.
probably not. Probably
Usually
drummer
it's
that
the
I don't know.
no-name
Yeah, it's like the
idiot.
drummer that I don't know the
Or
name
it's
of.
the lead guy.
Yeah.
Who was it?
I feel like Guns N' Roses haven't gotten in as much trouble as some of the other ones, like Poison. Those dudes. Was it Poison? Or they,
Like poison. No, that's the wrong band.
no, it was.
Oh, Patrick Grant in there. It was Izzy. Thank you, Patrick.
What did Izzy play?
I don't know.
Patrick, what did Izzy play? Somebody tell me.
Guitar.
Slash played guitar.
Was he the only one that
Is
played
there
guitar?
four of them? So one's
I don't
bass and then one's drum. Oh, rhythm guitar. Well, okay.
There you go.
Apparently there's
So I
five.
was right.
Apparently there's five.
Thank you. It is not 1492. Thank you. We have done it. Chad led with 5, followed by Sam Online and Briar Blues with 2, and then also Patrick, David Smock, and Derek is last.
I don't know why you're getting so contentious with this trivia. Very, very angry at me.
No, who's
Trying to
angry?
participate. I'm just trying to participate.
I'm glad you do.
It's Miller time.
Okay.
No joke. I feel like I'm a little tipsy. It's probably because I haven't eaten.
Yeah, I know, right? I worked hard today. Then
I messed
ate
up. I did not work hard today.
What did I eat? Ate a candy bar and some cookies and a cheese stick.
If my boss saw me today, he would have fired me. I did so because I felt like utter crap because I was nervous about the whole tree. So I had in the storm. So I had the boys sleep in our room. So I slept out on the freaking futon and like woke up in the middle of the night.
Your bed is
Like-
big enough. All three of you can sleep in that thing.
That's disgusting.
Why is that
And
disgusting?
because it's awful.
That's what you did back in the
and
day,
also
the
like
1800s?
there's like a massive dent like in the middle.
So
so
he's-
he
everybody rolls
always
on top
he
of
always
him.
rolls
Yeah.
one way or the other.
Yeah.
So it can't happen. And like I woke up probably like 2 or 3 times in the middle of the night, and it's like couldn't get comfortable. Everything, my back was sore.
I think I would
like,
have slept on your couch. Before
I
slept on
should.
the
I
futon.
probably should have
Couch
done
looks
that.
comfortable.
The couch is comfortable. And I was like, dang it. I was like, it was awful. Like I just couldn't sleep
Yeah.
with anything.
So you woke up not feeling great.
Right. So waking up this morning, I was like, I couldn't focus. I was struggling. It was a mess. It was a hot mess. I did like miscellaneous like admin tasks.
That's what Friday's for.
I usually work pretty hard on Fridays because nobody's bothering me because everybody's gone.
That's true. That's a good
So I
point.
usually get a ton done.
in my profession, Friday's like admin day typically.
Should have sold the tree. Dang it. I can't show y'all because it's on the phone, but I had a really cool I went outside and like filmed some of the lightning because it was doing heat lightning across the sky. And I got one at 240 frames per second, so you can slowly see it stitching itself across.
That's cool.
It was
Show
neat.
me that.
I'll show you that when we get done. It was a good one. I was very happy about it. Trying to think, is there anything else I'm happy about? I'm mostly happy. I'm usually a happy person.
We're happy.
Try to be a happy person.
Happy people.
Happy, happy, happy.
Don't worry, be happy.
Right. That usually.
You only live once. Just be happy.
Well, and that's the truth. You only live once, so you know what? If you're go balls to the wall, which by the way is a nautical term.
Is it really?
Yeah, because it has to do with cannonballs. So balls to the wall was when a ship was in a fight. So is brass monkey.
I knew brass monkey.
Because brass monkey is what the cannonball sat on.
I knew that term.
But balls to the wall comes from nautical, like fire with a.
Hoist your own petard. That's a nautical term.
So is the hosa is a term, and hoist the main and all that other kind of stuff. By the way, if you want to know and learn any of this terminology, just read
Wikipedia.
and or listen to Patrick O'Brien.
Oh, I was going to say Master and Commander.
That's Patrick O'Brien.
Oh, is it?
Yes. He wrote it and a whole bunch of other books, which is cool because it's just it's history, you know. It's like the whatever the naval group over in England was, the East Indian Trading Company and all that other
Dutch
stuff.
East India Trading Company
And-
the East India Trading
And
Company.
so like all the historical battles are correct that occurred and what happened took place, but he inserts the main actor, the doctor, and and a couple
so
others.
It's fictionalized
History.
Yeah, which is I like those.
It's good.
You know,
Like,
what John's really into?
but it's very detailed.
The Wild West.
You told me this. That's probably because you let him play
100%. Well, but also his best friend is
very
like super into
graphic-
like cowboy. Oh, it's fine. But I went and bought him. I went to the library and I got him a Louis L'Amour book.
So is Bite Me.
Is it Louis L'Amour or Louis L'Amour?
I don't know.
I think it's Louis L'Amour. I got him a young adult like Louis L'Amour book, and I got him a book on Billy the Kid,
Nice.
a book on Jesse James,
Nice.
and then
You should just have him watch
that's
Young Guns 1 and 2.
I might. Actually.
I mean,
He
from
would
the
love it.
game,
He would.
you
He would love it.
let him play. It ain't worse, and it has an amazing soundtrack.
And then I got AJ. What's the scary stories you tell in the dark book?
It was Goosebumps.
No, I wanted to get him Goosebumps, but they didn't have any.
What?
The library. So when I was a kid and I read Goosebumps, because I would get dropped off at the library after school, like they had every single Goosebumps book, right?
I loved Goosebumps.
They had maybe 3.
Little Man has read
I
several
love
of the
it.
Goosebumps.
But they maybe had like 3 Goosebumps books at the library. I was very disappointed.
Little Man was scared to death of the one that scared the crap out of me.
Slappy.
The Mask.
Oh, The Mask. That's a good one.
I don't know what it was about that one, but it creeped me out because all of a sudden it was like you're possessed.
Good. You know
I
what
was like,
R.L. Stein
oh.
has written, and I didn't know they existed until I found them at the library? Garbage Pail Kid books.
Really?
I loved Garbage Pail Kids. I had
There
the
was
cards.
a cartoon of Garbage Pail
Was there?
Kids. There was.
I probably watched it, but main
Very
thing I remember
short-lived.
was the trading cards.
Yes,
I had a
which
binder.
were the great.
I wish I
They were
still
so
had
great.
it. I had a binder.
All the pimples
Yeah.
and the nasty. Like
I
it
loved
was
it.
the nasty of the
They're all
nasty.
nasty. I know.
It was like Mad Magazine meets like Cabbage Patch
I love
Kids.
Mad Magazine too, and Cracked Magazine. I'm
Yes.
sad those are gone too. I think Mad might still be around. Crack's long gone.
That's something that would be fun to go through, like old stuff and talk about it again.
You know what you should find? You when you go to these estate sales, see if you ever come across like a Mad Magazine or.
I have one that I didn't go to this week that had some.
Well, okay. Well, now they're gone.
I see them a lot, like old
Do you?
comic books, old
Yeah.
that's not my
I
thing.
wouldn't pay a lot of money for them, but just to have like just a random stack of
Well,
a bunch
you
of
never
old
know.
Mad Magazines would be
You
cool.
never know how much you're gonna pay because it's the estate sale.
I do remember the Garbage Pail Kid movie. It was a peak 80s movie. Oh, you know what we're going to this weekend?
The drive-in?
Yeah. Did your wife tell you?
No, I know you.
Okay, you do know me.
Sorry, sir.
At the drive-in,
Apologize that you don't have as many secrets as you might think.
I have no secrets. At the drive-in, they are playing The Goonies
Yes.
and The Lost Boys
No.
as a double feature.
No.
Yes.
You cannot let them watch the
No,
Lost
they'll be
Boys.
asleep. They literally slept the last time.
Still not the greatest Kiefer Sutherland movie, by the way.
What's the greatest Kiefer Sutherland movie?
I told you last week. or the week before.
Oh yeah, Young Guns. That is incorrect.
No,
Lost Boys.
no, it wasn't Young Guns. It was what
Stand
did
by
I-
Me.
No, what did I say?
We gotta go back and watch it again.
No, I'm not gonna watch it again. But what was it
He was at Dragonlance.
the cartoon one that they did?
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
I wish they had continued it and finished it because he was a good wrestling.
Oh no, it was Flatliners
Oh yeah, Flatliners. You're right.
because
but
he
that's
was,
wrong.
he was a star in it.
That's wrong. Yeah, you're right.
He was the star.
That was a good movie. Not
He
the
was
best Kiefer
the
Sutherland.
star. It's not a Kiefer Sutherland movie.
But you know what? He doesn't.
Unless
has
he's
he
the
starred-
star.
Has he starred in a lot of movies?
No,
I feel like no.
but he was in that one.
Yes, that's all the movies ever starred in. I'll give it to you. But the
Technicality.
Lost Boys, I haven't seen it in a long time, and that's a good movie.
It holds up well.
Does it hold up? I know
The thing-
Goonies holds up.
the
'cause
thing
we
about-
watched Goonies in the past year.
The thing about Lost Boys is that it had a decent cast, but it had a much better story.
What? Lost Boys.
Lost Boys.
Yeah, it's great.
But it did have a good cast.
Had a good
you
cast.
had the Feldman boy. You had actually had both. You had Corey
It had
and
both Corys.
and
But you know what? It is like the most '80s movie ever. They all have like the long earrings and the mullets.
yes,
So '80s. I love
yes. Oh well, Kiefer Sutherland that has the epic vampire
it. Oh,
mullet
he's like the
going
vampire.
on,
He's like the sexiest vampire.
but he's got
alive.
the mullet.
Oh, he does.
That's hard.
And he's got it's
hardcore.
like the shaved mullet, right? Like that's what all the kids wear now. They go to the ball field. like-
Sexiest vampires, though. If we want to go sexiest vampires, has to be Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah, Ed Rice,
I mean,
I know.
let me ask you a question. What's a bigger wet dream for a girl than Antonio Banderas, Tom Cruise, and Brad Pitt?
That's what dream for me. Kidding me?
That's all three were in Interview with a Vampire.
That's a good movie. You know they made a show. I haven't seen it yet. I think it's on Netflix.
I
need to
probably
watch it.
won't. I don't watch any shows. I watch world events.
I know you don't.
I watch life
You need
events.
to watch some scripted
Need to
television.
unplug, is what you're saying?
Yes, unplug.
Well, I mean, it's
watch something.
it's a possibility.
I'll tell you what though, I liked all the Anne Rice movies. I don't
The
care.
Goonies rocks the socks, though. Just so you know.
I know I'm excited about the Goonies. Goonies is first, obviously. Lost Boys will be the late movie, and we'll get home. If you want to come, you can come, but you'll get home at 3:00 in the morning. So just be prepared.
Hell no.
We're gonna go on Sunday because we're off work on Monday.
Why so late?
Well, it's in Blue Ridge, which is like an hour and a half away, and the second movie usually starts at like 10:30 or 11. They play the first movie when it gets dark. So nowadays it's what 8:39.
Little man would love to see the Goonies on a big screen.
But you can see. Look, so we saw Despicable Me 4, and then Jaws was the second movie, right?
Right.
When Despicable Me was over, probably 75% of the people left
I believe it.
because it's still cheaper than going to a movie. Even if you only watch one movie, it's still cheaper.
Right. I'm gonna pack and I'm gonna bring one of my smokers and just smoke meats on the back.
Dude,
and-
people, they say you can't bring food. People bring all kinds of stuff.
Well, yeah, you can't really.
People
prevent
beside
it.
us were like, during Jaws, they were like token up, like hotboxing their car.
They had boxes of Golden Grams.
But I'll
while they
tell you
were
what,
doing
like watching classic movies on the big screen, like
it takes you back.
It's cool, like
But-
especially at the drive-in. It's a cool experience.
Well, and I've talked about this before, probably with you, but I know I have with Durwood and them, that I am sad of the things that the kids will not be introduced to.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to
'Cause
take them to this.
we
'Cause
were-
this thing's not gonna last forever, right?
Like
It's gonna be gone.
arcades. Like the true
You know what?
arcades.
Yesterday, AJ said, "You know, I want to go play some arcade games." He goes, "Can we go to the arcade? Because there's one around where we live."
Right.
But it's not what we know as an arcade, right?
Right.
We know Aladdin's Castle.
Correct.
You go to the mall, they got all the games,
Thank you.
which this place kind of is, but it doesn't have everything you had.
Right.
And they don't have like Time Cop and Area 51
No, but
and
you
Street
had
Fighter.
The Simpsons.
The
you
Simpsons.
had.
Oh, no,
you
it's good. It's really
you
good.
had, You had like, but like
For what
when
it
you,
is, it's good.
When you went into the arcades, though,
Yeah.
everything was relevant and current, and it was the
They had
Simpsons.
they had a few old games.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
And then they
Turtles,
updated it
Mortal
as it went.
Kombat,
Yeah.
and these games were just coming out because back then, if you wanted to play a high quality graphic game,
Yeah. You had to go to
it
the
was in the arcade.
You
The
had to.
arcade had the highest, coolest looking game. Now they can play VR and be
yeah.
far surpassed.
Well, that was what was it? What was the big? Was it? It was TurboGrafx 16, right? No, it wasn't that one. It was the SNK console.
So SNK was a big one.
That was the SNK console was the one that took the arcade hardware and made it into a home console. It cost like $1,000
Right, a
back in the day.
bajillion freaking dollars.
Yeah, but that was the only way you could get those arcade graphics at home. If not, you had Super Mario Brothers. But
Will you stop messing with the mic? Now that I've given you,
I know you give me too much power.
now,
But was
now you don't fiddle as
the
much.
other thing that they don't really have now that I'm thinking about it is, remember you could go into like the corner store in some little random ass town and they would have Mortal Kombat 2 and other games. Like they just don't have, now they have like, gambling machines.
So let me go ahead and get to the epitome of my arcade story. And I'm in a situation where I am, there is an arcade that I would throw $6,000 on.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
There's one.
Yeah.
And somebody's got it. And they're down in Milton, Florida. And guess what? Eat my ass.
Yeah. Welcome to my life.
Well, not you, Ron. You're good. I'll get there, Ron. There you go. It is Tron.
I know you love that damn Tron game.
But the marquee
Yeah.
is signed by both actors of Zark and Tron.
Really?
Zark signed it off to the left, and Tron signed it right into the middle on
Somebody's
top of
selling it
where
right
Tron
now?
is. Yes.
Oh, you gotta make this happen, bro.
Like if there was ever an actual arcade machine that I would buy for the arcade, it's Tron. Now, why is that? Okay, like nobody would be willing to drop that many bones, even on a signed arcade, right? If you think about it, $6,000.
That's a lot of money. I agree. That's a lot of money. That's crazy for a Tron game.
But signed by the two actors, the main
One of a kind.
guys in there, and I would 100% go and camp out in Hollywood till I found
Jeff
the
Daniels?
dude,
Get him a sign
and make him sign the right side.
There you go.
Because then you got the trifecta.
Yeah.
So I didn't have much. We all grew up in where we grew up. Well, one thing that my dad always did is he always went to the flea market on the weekend. Every Saturday he went to the flea market off 41.
I know.
Where the
exactly.
Publix is.
I know what you're doing.
Every time.
That's where my grandmother sold stuff.
Yes, and in that building, which was the only building there
No,
at the
they had a
time,
Tron game there?
they had Tron.
Ah, there you go.
And I got to pop quarters in it every time we went. And what did I do? The two things that I love most in this world, outside of my family and my friends and you guys, is Tron and boiled peanuts.
Okay.
Why?
Fair enough.
Because it didn't matter what time of year it was, I was popping quarters in that Tron game and busting my ass to make that quarter last.
Eating boiled peanuts.
And eating boiled peanuts. Which is also why I took my son to go and eat boiled peanuts.
I tell you what, my game like that was, so in elementary school, there was a guy, we were best friends, probably through like 3rd to 5th grade. And I'd go over to his house a lot. And he lived out in the middle. He lived out in the middle of nowhere, but you could walk. He was walking distance from like a little, just a country ass store on the corner.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Like our little grocery store.
Before everything was a gambling machine.
Exactly. I mean, it was literally a gas station that had probably fish bait, but they had a Mortal Kombat 2 machine.
Yes.
And me and him, I'd sleep over at his house. We'd wake up in the morning.
Yes.
His parents would give us like $20 in quarters, and we'd hit that arcade and play it. I know. We would play that, and I suck at Mortal Kombat.
Yes, same here.
But we played it so much that in my mind it's like ingrained.
Except for Raiden. I whoop ass at Raiden because he had the same moves as Guile from Street Fighter.
I played Raiden. You want to hit the button?
Dilly dilly.
I played Raiden. All right, I guess we'll do my thing now.
Oh yeah.
You want to get into it?
Strap it up, man. Do you remember the screen you're supposed to go to?
Yep. Oh, still works.
It's so fancy.
I didn't test it. I like it.
It's so fancy.
Oh, it's like, I know.
And it's on the grams.
Is it on the grams?
Yeah.
Is it good?
You're all pixelated.
We had Chuck E. Cheese, but that was like too rich for my parents' blood. We weren't going to Chuck E. Cheese.
Derek and I both grew up very similar.
Yeah.
Like
we weren't fancy.
Except I think Derek had more game consoles than I did because
No.
I had Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and then I didn't have anything until
I had
PlayStation that I got on my own.
I had Nintendo that I bought myself. I saved up money, and I bought myself a 13-inch TV to go with it.
Yep.
13-inch color TV.
Yep.
And then I got a Sega Genesis.
Yep. Didn't have one of those, but I loved Ghosts and Goblins on there.
What did I get after Sega Genesis? Maybe
Super
Nintendo
Nintendo?
64. By the time that stuff started coming out, we were like working age, right? So I was probably working at my grandmother's store. I
Super Nintendo is still the best console to me ever in
think
life.
probably the only console I didn't buy myself was the PlayStation 1.
I got the
I got that
PlayStation
for
1.
Christmas.
And the reason I got it was Metal Gear Solid.
My first game was Tomb Raider. I got
That was too hard for me. My
I got
brain
the
couldn't-
PlayStation and I got Tomb Raider. But I played all the stuff. I didn't own most of it, but most stuff I played was because of our buddy across the train tracks.
No joke.
He was loaded and he had everything.
More than loaded.
He had all the consoles and all the games
And Playboy magazines.
and Playboy magazines.
That's one of the greatest things
So,
that I ever discovered there.
Don't ever let your kids go to Playboy magazine house.
Right. With weird old bald-headed guy dads that are crazy.
But yeah, that's where most of my stuff came from.
Super Nintendo, by far to me, was my favorite console.
I never had a Super Nintendo, and I'm sad that I didn't. For some reason, I got a Sega Genesis. But
But
Sega Genesis really had
don't bash it. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog, Shining Force, Phantasy Star,
Forget that. Altered Beast.
Altered Beast.
You had
I had Road Rage.
Ghost and Goblins.
Yeah, Road Rage was on there. That was a great one. I played that a lot. No, I did. I like mine.
And the Sega Saturn is one that people shouldn't sleep on because that was an amazing console.
See, I didn't have
too.
the Saturn. But
I didn't
he
have the
did.
Saturn.
Our buddy did. And he had a freaking Panzer Dragoon for the Sega Saturn. Oh, God, blew my mind.
It was crazy.
And then Sean got the Dreamcast.
Yo, yeah, the Dreamcast was money too.
Dreamcast blew my mind.
Dreamcast was crazy. The Dreamcast freaked me out because Durwood had it, and he had what the heck was that scary game?
Alone in the Dark?
It was where you have the radio, and it's
Silent Hill?
Silent Hill.
Yeah, it's a good one.
He got so freaked out, he brought the console over to my house to play it.
Oh, Echo the Dolphin was on Genesis.
Yes,
Dude, now I want to go back and get a Genesis.
but if you have the Nintendo Switch and you got the family
that's
plan,
right. Yeah, sure.
like
You can do
all
it.
of,
I might need to get that on my kids because I think you can download all those games, right?
all of them,
Yeah.
Game Boy Color, Super Nintendo 64, all of it. Get it. Magnavox Odyssey.
I don't know.
Before my time.
I'll tell you what, probably the best. One of my favorite games ever was Shining Force. You remember that one? Turn-based RPG? Oh, so good.
I never played that one, but I
Yeah.
will say my introduction to video games was when I was about 6. No, it was about 7 or something like that, 6 or 7, and it was before Nintendo. It was Atari.
Yeah, we had an Atari. Well, my
And-
uncle had an Atari.
And Asteroids is still my favorite game.
Yeah, I know
which
you got
is
it over
why I have
got Asteroids
that
over
one.
And what's the other one you like? Oh, you like Tempest. Oh, Pong. No, we had something before that. My mom had a Commodore 64.
Oh,
Yeah.
the old
Yeah, it
school
was old
jam.
school. Yeah. But I think I was too young for that. But my uncle got an Atari, so we had that. And then my uncle got a Nintendo.
Yep.
And then I saved up money and bought my own Nintendo.
And when Super Nintendo came, my dad made me pick between 2 epic games.
Okay. What was the choices?
It was
Like
either
Sophie's Choice here.
it was either Street Fighter
Oh.
or I had to wait for Mortal Kombat to come out.
Ooh.
And I went with Street Fighter.
But
so
you know what?
I've always been a Street
Was
Fighter
it
guy.
Mortal Kombat on the Super Nintendo edited?
Mm-hmm.
I remember the Sega Genesis had the unedited version. And that was like
Super Nintendo
that was
did
like
not-
my only I was like, oh, I got a Sega
The
Genesis. I can get
fatalities
yeah.
were what was edited.
That's right. They weren't bloody, right? Yeah.
Correct.
You know, it's funny. Me and my buddy.
That's Cincy.
God, now I think about it, we were probably like my son's age. He lived in a trailer park in our town, and we just go in the woods. You know, kids do back then. You know, we just go in the woods and just be gone all day, messing around. Just we found like a little rundown, like literally like a lean-to, and filled with like Playboy magazines.
There were always Playboy magazines in the ditch.
We did. People joke about it, but we literally found a stash of Playboy magazines in the woods. I don't know whose they were.
They wondered why I always went down to the creek to fish all the time. It's because I found pornos every time I went there.
I think that's
So
like
I
I
would
think
fish.
dads hid them out there because they couldn't hide them in the house.
I would fish and look at pornos.
Yeah.
And they were raunchy pornos too. They weren't like
No, I know.
Playboy
Yeah, yeah,
like nice
It was
ones. They
the
were
most, like most bush you've
it
ever
was
seen.
all smut.
Man, this lady's hairy.
I didn't know it looked like that down there.
Yeah, but we found the stash in the woods, and we were like, oh, this is the life now.
It's
I don't know where wood. I guess that doesn't exist anymore. You just can't, throw a hard drive in the woods now.
oh yeah. Oh no.
It just doesn't
It'd be
exist.
Scary to pick that up.
All right. Anyways, I'm glad we killed time because I've got a short one today. I started watching a show. I don't know why I started watching it. Oh, because it has. Did I talk about this already? I think I mentioned it. Called Evil. Did I mention the show last
I don't
time?
think you mentioned
All
that
right, so
one.
there's a show, and it has an actor from Lost as one of the main characters. So I was like, oh, I'll watch it. I think it's like the 4th season is airing, and I think it got canceled too, which is kind of a bummer. But it's called Evil, and I think it was maybe it was a CBS show, but then it turned into a Paramount Plus show.
Okay.
But anyways, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know. I kind of had the gist of it, but it's super cool.
Will you stop
I
fiddling
can't
around with
stop.
the
I can't stop
microphone?
fiddling with it. It's like a nervous tick. You can't. Oh, you can't see.
Oh yeah, you can hear it like hell though.
I know, right? So it has.
It's like
Hit you. It has. It is an assessor for the. I think I did talk a little bit because I just started. I watched like one episode. It's an assessor for the Catholic Church and his team, and they try to. It's like a monster of the week thing. But I think since I talked about it last, I've watched probably 2 seasons of it,
yep.
and it is very odd because it's been 2 seasons now, and you don't really know if the supernatural stuff is real or if it's not. But it's probably the first thing in a long time to scratch, because I loved X-Files growing up, one of my favorite shows. It's probably one of the only shows in a long time that scratched that X-Files itch. Because X-Files was
Okay.
great because it had...
I've never seen it.
You never seen X-Files? It's great. But it had a very specific monster of the week, right?
Okay.
Mulder and Scully had a case that was XYZ issue.
So it didn't resolve every episode. It had like prolonged.
Well, no, so they had both, right?
Got it.
So that's what was great about X-Files, because it would have it had episodes where there's a monster in the woods kidnapping kids. They
Right.
would go to wherever. I was always Vancouver because that's where they filmed it. But anyways, they'd go to the woods, they'd find the monster or not, but it would solve the episode.
Okay.
Solve the conflict. But there's also an overarching like seasonal arc, right? Or
Okay.
for the entire all the seasons. That was the aliens and the abduction and that kind of stuff, and like the smoking man. It was all kind of tied in. But 75% of the shows were self-contained that would have a story, like procedural, right? Like Law and Order, right? It'd have a case and it would be done with. And then every now and then they would throw in some of the overarching stuff that tied into the greater mythology. Well, Evil does that really well, because they'll go and they'll be like an exorcism. Somebody's having this problem, or there was one where these girls at a high school get like an earworm,
Ooh,
and they keep earworm. You keep singing the song, you can't stop it.
interesting.
So they just, these girls at a high school just can't stop singing this song, and they don't know why. They think maybe it's like mass hysteria.
Creepy.
And so, but anyways, but by the end of it, they end up solving, they end up kind of figuring out. But I like it because it's very vague, right? You don't know if they stop, you don't know if it resolved because it was supernatural or because it was something natural.
Right.
And so a lot of the episodes kind of end that way. Like, you're like, okay, they start off with like, this person's possessed by a demon, and then it ends, and you're like, well, were they possessed by a demon? And they see stuff. The main characters kind of like have night terrors when they sleep. So
Right.
the demons aren't in the real world. They only show up in the. It's really weird. I can't explain it very well, but it's really well done. It's really like, it's almost kind of like American Horror Story, where it's kind of like funny a little bit. Like the way the way the demons and stuff interact. Oh, there we go. But it's very well done. I think I'm like halfway through. I'm disappointed that it got canceled, so hopefully they wrap it all up. But I think I'll rate it. Let's go.
Rate it up.
Rate it up. This is going to show up on my screen. I can't remember. Oh, it isn't.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this is for Evil, like the first 2 seasons. And the character that I like is Michael Emerson. I give it a 4.
Nice.
It's funny. It's really good. It's really well done.
Nice.
You can watch a couple episodes
Very
and not feel like
throbbing.
you're left out.
Super
Very
throbbing.
throbby. Anyways, Evil is on Paramount Plus. I'd recommend it.
Nice.
I don't know how to get back. There we go. Oh, get the corn cob. Well, it's on at 11:07, and they're back from the wherever the hell they went.
I should have asked them to bring me some food.
Yeah, right. Damn.
Well, I mean, they left the door open, so I mean, now I don't.
Were they even coming in?
I don't know what they're doing.
Okay.
They're letting all the air conditioning out.
Well, it's gone now.
That's for sure. I mean, I feel like this is an awkward moment.
Awkward.
I should shut the damn door on them. Like, you should be ready to go if your door is open.
So can you really hear it when I mess with this? Oh, you can. Oh, it's like ASMR.
No, it's awful.
Should we start that?
Love you, pal.
Hey,
What's
bud.
wrong?
Okay, love you too.
Wow.
Yeah,
Man.
got in trouble.
Must have.
Ate a corn dog and then went on a ride that like alien ride back to back to back to back to back. Then on the one that's like the pandemonium that goes upside down. Then the alien spaceship back to back to back to back to back. Then on the car ride home, he's like, I think I'm feeling sick. I'm like, they're up in that car. You ain't going back to Pioneer days.
Oh, no.
Don't eat a corn dog and ride
Poor
the,
guy.
the alien ride.
Lucy's friend grew up on the ride that they were on.
Oh, no. That's the great thing about fairs.
Oh, it's just covered in vomit. Every ride covered in vomit.
It's like the Sandlot.
Sorry.
What the?
You know they. Okay. You know they just like spray it down.
Goodness gracious.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Good Lord. Oh, all right. Well, back to
Back to reality.
back to reality. Oh, there's old gravity. Oh, there's oh, I'm sorry. So, it's B Rabbit. Sorry. All right. I'll turn it over to you, D.
Okay. Well, we have a very special guest in the house tonight, so take a little bit of time to introduce him while he gets in here and gets settled down. Ladies and gentlemen, behold the one, the only, Cardnack the Magnificent. A man so wise he once outwitted a paperclip. Yes, he's here to amaze you. His uncanny ability to answer questions before you've even asked them. Because let's be honest, he's got nothing better to do. Please put your hands together for the mystic, the mentalist, the man whose turban is only slightly more impressive than his ego, Cardnack the Magnificent.
Hum bim salabim. Num bim cobbin cobs bim.
Yep. Understand.
Carter Hall's bim.
Yep. Okay, we've got, I think, 5 non-hermetically sealed envelopes.
Hermetically sealed.
I will pass them and we'll see what's happening.
Well, let's do it.
Hey-o!
And number 1.
Number 1.
Free to womb.
Oh, free to womb.
Free to womb.
Okay.
How many women does it take to unscrew a pregnancy? Wow. All right. So we're starting off. Free to womb.
Starting off strong.
Was
Number 2.
is number 2.
Hey-o.
Woo.
Oh, good
That was
catch.
an excellent.
Cardnack.
Row, sir. Goodness gracious. ROI versus DEI.
Oh, DI.
All right, that's what I said.
So, I think I played that game in high school.
What are the recent admission rates of MIT?
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Sorry.
Getting real. Number 3.
Number 3.
Hey, good catch.
Kicked it
Hey,
on the other
I know
side
you
and like
really
tossed it
did a
on
good job.
over. Like, I mean, you know.
Really, really proud of you.
The DNC convention.
Oh, DNC. Okay.
DNC.
It's a good time.
DNC.
Had Little John there.
Don't know chattel. Okay. Where can you get a wiener that shoots blanks? Well,
That's not what I expected. At the DNC.
but
Speaking of corn dogs,
you know,
number 4.
It does ring true.
Oh, sorry.
I might go to Crystal's and get me a corn dog.
Oh, Christmas.
Oh, whoops. Crystal's is the bomb. Unburdened by what has been.
Oh, okay.
Unburdened.
Unburden it.
Unburden it. What Tim Waltz thinks when he retired from the National Guard. Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
Card neck's getting real.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Number 5.
Number 5 and the final one.
Final one. Oh,
for the
thank
night.
God this is over.
Yep. And
Travesty.
absolutely. And may all your children change Joe Biden's shorts over at the beach.
Wow.
Zoolander 2.
Oh, Zoolander. Good movie.
Zoolander 2.
Not so much 2.
Zoolander 2.
Okay.
Zoolander 2. Excuse me, Derek. You could dare leak my balls. And that
Thank you.
is indeed
Thank you, Card neck.
Kardak. Magnificent.
All right. Well, I think everybody put it together. Card neck.
Goodness.
Coming
gracious.
strong. Thought for
My
a second we had
goodness.
Trump here. Very impressed.
Well, I mean, you know, apparently Ben Stiller decided to take a shot at the Dawn. So,
Oh, no, Martin's back now, so we can.
so
we can sit
yeah,
back.
whew, man, I tell you, Cardnack will bust it out.
Card
once
neck
in a
goes
while.
hard. He doesn't care.
No, he
He
does
is not
not care.
politically correct.
He is.
He does not buy carbon credits.
No, he has no carbon credit desire
No.
whatsoever.
Could I buy a carbon credit? How does that work?
I was curious if I could do a carbon credit. Don't know.
I don't think I need one. I drive a Kia.
I drive a Subaru.
Subaru.
A Subaru.
If I drove a gas guzzling truck, I might buy carbon
I
credit.
buy the pet friendly car, the Subaru.
So let me ask you this.
Okay.
I know some of these jet-setting celebrities buy carbon credits, right? Because they use
high
it.
flying, high rolling.
You know, like old Taylor.
Ric Flair.
You know Taylor. She's got a lot of concerts, so she goes around. Who cares?
I don't.
Why would you spend money to
don't.
offset the carbon you spent?
I don't know.
Who gives it? Who cares?
Because there's
If that was me, I'd be like, okay, I use my private jet.
it's
Kiss my ass.
it's the one world government thing going. Some Alex Jones
But
crazy shit.
nobody's keeping track of it.
Which by the way, it's interesting to hear like RFK Jr. talk about Alex Jones stuff. I think it was endocrines he was talking about. How it turned male frogs into female frogs,
Yeah,
and they would. But Alex Jones was like, "They're making the frogs gay." Like it's
Did you hear the bear story? That's probably the craziest thing I ever heard.
no,
Wait, with RFK Jr.?
no. What is
you
this?
not hear it?
No, I don't know this.
And so this is proven, right? He said it on a show. I guess, I don't know, 2015, 2010. Anyways, it's been a little while. Somebody found a dead bear in Central Park. And it was like all over the news, right? Like I watched news clips of it. Like it was like in the tri-state area, whatever. It was like a big deal.
Right.
A dead bear in Central Park. Nobody knew how it died.
Okay.
Apparently what happened was RFK Jr. and his buddies were out, I don't know, biking or driving or whatever, but they came across a dead bear. He didn't kill it. He said he didn't kill it. They came across a dead bear. And so he got it, and in his mind, he said, I'm going to take this home and like stuff it or skin it or whatever, Just,
Okay.
it's already dead. I'm going to take it. And I think they found it in the woods, whatever, where a bear would naturally die. And he got it either back to the city or it was already in the city and he took it. But anyways, he decided he didn't have any place to put it. Or he couldn't transport it or whatever. So he just dumped it in Central Park, and then he said, well, shit, there's a dead bear in Central Park. I don't know how. So anyway, so then apparently he somehow staged it so it looked like a bicycle hit the bear and killed the bear. So he staged this big elaborate thing and never said anything.
We have a friend like this, by the way.
Yeah, no, this is 100% something he would do. And he never said anything to anybody, and I guess they kept it a secret somehow for 10, 15 years. And then finally he was on, I think it was actually Roseanne Barr's, podcast, and he was talking about it. And I guess people put it together, right? Like, the only time a bear has ever been found dead in Central Park with a bicycle was this one time. And it's like, what?
So he created this big urban legend in Central Park. That's hilarious.
I don't think he really did anything wrong. He didn't kill it. He just wanted to take it, decided he couldn't transport it.
He did something stupid.
Yeah, he did something stupid. It's just something like it's like we would do, when we were like 17, right? Like find a dead bear and then try to get it home.
I'm sure he caught shit for it.
No, they just all made fun of him.
I'm sure.
But anyway, I thought that was like the craziest story I've ever heard.
So ridiculous.
So, anyways, it was funny. What you got next?
Ridiculous. I mean,
Most
you're
important
the
thing.
producer.
I am the producer.
So
and I'll tell you what we're going to do
You tell
next.
me, sir, Yes, it's that time again where we bring to you, the little people, the Friday Night Playhouse. Yes, that time each week where though you feel like you have done something stretched like a slinky in the hands of Ron Jeremy, dealing with your grief of working all day and still finding the capacity to forgive your childhood foe, you are still making the right choice by cooling off here with us each week. Whether you're sucking down a nice Cabernet or enjoying your favorite toasted marshmallow treat, nothing is as delicious as the Friday Night Playhouse. Now, come out and wear your national colors, your favorite team with the cool kids, because it's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. You might just become a part of the pipe pack if you can guess this big screen artwork. So strike a match and light your bowl, as you are in for one hell of a ride. That we do for you each week, the little people. Dr. Frankenstein?
Steen.
You're putting me on.
No, it's pronounced Frankenstein.
Do you also say Frodrick?
No, Frederick.
Well, why isn't it Frodrick Frankenstein?
It isn't. It's Frederick Frankenstein.
I see.
You must be Igor.
No, it's pronounced Igor.
But they told me it was Igor.
Well, they were wrong then, weren't they?
You were sent here by Herr Frankenstein, weren't you?
Yes, my grandfather used to work for your grandfather.
Well, how nice.
The rates have gone up, though.
Of course. I'm sure we'll get along splendidly. Oh, I don't mean to embarrass you, but I'm a rather brilliant surgeon. Perhaps I could help you with that hump.
What hump?
Well, let's go.
Allow me, master.
Oh, thanks very much.
Walk this way. No, this way. Like this way. I think you'll be more comfortable, by the way, in the rear.
Oh. What was that?
Oh, that'll be Inga. Herr Falkstein thought you might need a laboratory assistant temporarily.
Oh.
And scene. Yes. I can feel your amazement and satisfaction over the interwebs for this week's Friday Night Playhouse. I can tell just from the flow of conversation that all of you could barely contain yourselves. Let it not be said that I would ever deny you such wonderful moments. The little people. Join us again next week, same time, same place, for the Friday Night Playhouse. We'll see you then.
That was good.
Lots of pressure on that one.
Good. Yeah, it was a lot of pressure. That is a classic.
Nailed it. Or a little roll in the hay. Roll.
I need to watch that one again. I haven't seen that one in a long time.
God, I love that movie.
I love it. I've
watched it so many times.
I love Rocky Horror.
David Smock in there.
David Smock came in fast.
Right off the bat.
Right
he paid
off the
attention
bizzat.
to the scene.
Right off the bizzats.
Give him a twofer for that one.
Good job, bud.
But so the upgrades are pretty good. Show that camera over there again. I'm very, I should almost move you over there. Like,
I'll
let's
just switch.
There, I'll switch it for you.
Yeah, you switch it for me.
So like, just so everybody can kind of see what it's going to look like, and then he kicks it.
We're very proud.
We are proud because we're trying to upgrade. I'll even turn that
Might need
mic
to-
on. You probably need to go up a little
There you
bit.
go. All right. How do I look? Switch me. Oh, there we go. Yeah, looks good, doesn't it?
That looks so freaking
good.
good.
Looks way better than the other one. I feel like it's just has the right. What do you call it? The height. Everything's good.
Well, and it's
Before
like
it was always looking down.
it's very intimate because it's a bit closer up on
Isn't
you.
it?
But
We'll play some Mortal Kombat.
little Mortal Kombat's going. So
I would put it on Gauntlet personally, but that's fine. I mean, I did love Mortal Kombat too. Don't get me wrong.
But Gauntlet, you have to have the multi, just like
You
what
need
is
4
it?
players for Gauntlet.
Yes, just like Rampage, you need 3.
But see, I played Rampage on the Nintendo.
Right.
I only had 2.
Okay.
You had Lizzie and King Kong. There wasn't the wolf.
Right.
He wasn't in the Nintendo version. Best Nintendo game, go.
Best Nintendo game?
NES. What did you? What? Not maybe not best. That's tough. What did you play the most of?
The one that
You had Nintendo, right?
so I'll give you two.
Okay.
The two that I played the most.
Okay.
One was Contra.
Yep.
Had to be.
Yep.
And then the other was, and I can't remember the name, but I think it was something Commando, Bionic Commando or something, where he would
Use the
use
string?
Yes.
That's Bionic Commando. Yeah, that's a good one.
Those were my two, and then when I figured out the trick, my number 3 was Mega Man.
Oh, Mega Man. Good one. Probably what I played the
And
most.
I sucked at. Let me just go ahead and get my grievance out.
It's going to be. It's in a minute.
We'll do
I'll go back to my side.
Well, I was gonna say we could do a three-way.
Three-way with empty. Oh.
No,
You need to move it because this is.
I'll bring you over. Just because we need to set it anyway.
I say we need to get it. We need to test it. Beta test it.
Beta test it. Beta mail. So by far, I'm gonna go ahead and close down the grams. So, son of a bitch. All right. So, I never beat Zelda 2: Link to the Past.
Oh, wait. Zelda 2, the one that's the side scroller?
Right.
Oh,
I never beat Link to the
the
Past.
other.
But here's the thing about A Link to the Past. I went through, at some point, I actually made it through the dark cavern
Okay.
in the mountain
Yeah.
without the candle.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. That's impressive.
And then I never could get back through it, so I quit playing
That's the right thing to do.
because you needed to get the candle first.
Yeah, you screwed up the game.
Durwood let me know later on that actually there was an easy little bypass that I just had
Oh,
to
is
go
there?
around and get right back into the main area again.
I couldn't do that one for some
I
reason.
was furious.
Number
I was
one most
angry.
played was Contra, 100%.
Easily.
I beat that. I played that game through and through many times. The other one was another game. I think it was called Commando. It was like an over the top, and you were like it was like World War II, and you would go through and shoot.
Right.
And then probably number 3 was Super Mario Brothers 3.
Oh, yeah.
Played the crap out of that one.
Oh, yeah.
But we only had, this is back in the day, right? There's no downloadable games. What you have is what you have.
Right.
So we had those 3 games. Oh, and pro wrestling.
I
played the crap out of pro
Sam
wrestling.
Online, I get the camera's too close, but it's...
Well,
it's
I can sit back a little bit.
right,
like
yeah.
that.
Like, the objective is like, he should be able to sit back a good chunk, so... But that's okay. It's just testing it
testing.
out.
I'm pretty close there, aren't I?
Right, but it's the ability he can actually sit back pretty far.
Yeah, I can sit back like that. That's in the,
Well,
our head.
if you move that one thing, you can actually pull the arm to straighten out towards you.
Our head size is about even there.
Right.
Kind of what I look at.
And so, like, and then the background is still blurry,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
I think it looks great.
Oh, that's good. All right, switch it back. We'll go
All right. He's ready to
back to
go.
my
He's
side.
ready to go back. He's ready to go back, everybody, to his appropriate place. But yes, yeah, you're saying you're correct on it. It's the same lens that I'm using, which is much further away, but it's a little closer here. But the way the cameras are positioned, it's a little funky.
We're not Warren Buffett
So-
over here, all right? Happy
look,
birthday.
Look, I bought this with my birthday money. It was for your birthday. Name that podcaster. It was for your birthday, and you ruined it.
I don't know. Russell Brand.
It is Russell Brand.
I doubt it. Love you, buddy.
Love
show.
you, man.
Glad to be back.
Appreciate it. So,
Oh, Pipes of Old showed up at the end. That's all
Pipes
right.
of- oh, where
Thanks for
have
coming
you
in.
been? Goodness
coming in.
gracious,
Thanks for
brother!
coming
Thank you for coming.
Oh, we
Appreciate
had the
it.
first Zelda. First Zelda was good too. I can talk about
I love First Zelda.
I can talk about original Nintendo all
First
day long.
Zelda's great. I mean,
Good.
probably something we should do. I mean,
do it.
we're old gamer
do it.
guys. Why get away from what we know?
No.
And then
Games are
we can just incorporate a slight amount of wisdom with a pipe.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe we should have piping and gaming.
Hey,
Just saying.
is there a pipe game channel?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
about
it's
to-
against all community
about
guidelines
to
and
pioneer
rules.
that.
But you know what? I'm gonna take it.
That's fine.
I'll have at it.
Cigars, pipes, and games.
Yeah, cigar or
Pipes.
what would we say? Bourbons, backies, and gaming.
Oh, I like it. There you go. Trademark.
Coin that one.
That's right.
We did that.
All right, thanks for showing up.
That's what we did together. We know what to do.
Love it. Maybe we'll be so damn hot next week.
No, I forgot Igor's thing says freshly dead.
Freshly dead.
All right, everybody. I appreciate the hell out of you.
We'll do a Golden Tee tournament. We'll film it.
Ooh, Golden Tee.
I will lose.
You will lose.
I'll lose tremendously.
That's okay. Like, I don't think you lose. I think it's just you enjoy the time.
You enjoy it as you go.
It's the way it goes.
That's right.
It's how it always goes.
100%.
All right, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Enjoy yourselves.
Happy
Everybody's
holiday.
off on Monday.
Don't work.
Y'all
Too
have
hard.
a good time. Grill something and enjoy it. We'll see y'all next Friday.